Welcome to the Headlines. I'm Helen Liao. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the show, New York City volunteers are distributing hot meals to disaster victims living around the Rockaway Beach. We go to the Suzhou Biotech exhibition in China, where visitors are getting a fitness test at the Tzu Chi Health Promotional Center booth. And in our new series of feature reports on natural landscape, we take a look at the Taiwan's first ever environmental trust. First up, we get an update on the current situation in the United States. Tzu Chi volunteers have discovered that the closer they get to the beach in Rockaways, the worse off the residents are. Therefore, on November 4th, volunteers set up a hot meal distribution tent on Rockaway Beach, letting the disaster victims know that they have not been forgotten.
Over the past few days, during the continuing assessment of the Rockaways area, Tzu Chi volunteers realized that the areas closer to the beach were the worst off. Therefore, volunteers decided to set up a hot meal distribution tent on Rockaway Beach.
You want some hot girl soup?
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, I love everything. I love everything. That's good for me. Believe me.
Besides hot soup, cash cards from Tzu Chi headquarters have also arrived in New York, and we are currently distributing them to disaster victims. As well, blankets are also being distributed. Besides Tzu Chi volunteers distributing hot soup here, we can see many relief supplies as well. These are all donated by local residents after a call for help was put out on Facebook.
Today is twice as big as yesterday. It's amazing the generosity from people from everywhere. Churches, organizations, firehouses have been so very generous to the people in Rockaway Beach. And everybody needs to know that, you know, we're not forgotten. If our government forgets us, our neighbors aren't going to forget us. They're not going to forget us. This is our home.
We don't have no light or gas or nothing to cook, so we had to get little tiny foods for us to eat. And we need warm clothes because it's really cold, so we need a lot of gloves and sweaters for us to keep us warm.
We need contractor bags, we need batteries, we need generators, and just people to help. So we need clean supplies, people to shovel the sand out of your house, you know, in the backyard, just manpower.
We can see volunteers working hard at getting light around the tent, as the power is still down and we are currently running entirely on generators. Trying to conduct a distribution without lights in the dark is real hard work.
Here's a
Oh, so much. Thank you so much.
The cash card just arrived here all the way from Los Angeles.
Thank you, Los Angeles. Go LA.
You want some hot coffee, hot tea?
What they need most is hot soup and coffee to warm them up. Right about 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, other volunteers might be leaving, but we just got here to continue to show these residents we care.
So we're Formosa, Taiwan.
Formosa, Taiwan. Yes, you are. God bless you all.
Every day from 4 to 6 p.m., Tzu Chi volunteers will be here providing a beacon of light to the residents of this area, letting them know that they are not forgotten.
Also in the United States, in New Jersey, Tzu Chi Food Bank came to the rescue of 20 residents at the Cedar Ridge Senior Housing. One resident who has received help from Tzu Chi Food Bank before made a call for help. The volunteers responded with bags full of groceries for each of the residents, giving them a peace of mind.
New Jersey Tzu Chi volunteers packed up groceries from their food bank after receiving a call from the Cedar Ridge Senior Housing. Volunteers also went to the supermarket to buy 20 loaves of bread and was rejected by the store clerk at first. Only after explaining the situation were they allowed to purchase past the limit of 1 loaf per person.
Right now, it's not possible to buy this many loaves of bread at a time. We explained to them that it was for a charity distribution.
After the minor incident at the supermarket, the 20 bags of fresh groceries were delivered to the senior housing. These residents who have never received help from Tzu Chi couldn't believe their eyes when they saw all the available food. The situation at the senior housing is similar to other disaster victims who experience power outage that spoiled the food in the refrigerator. However, Spiros Chatophilis, who has been to the Tzu Chi Food Bank before, thought of Buddhist NGO.
I know they have a good heart. I'm sure they'll find something. Even if they bring one box of cereal, that would be fine. And what you did was more than what we expected. And
the 20 residents of the senior housing can rest easy knowing Tzu Chi is here to help.
Yes, and fresh bread. Yeah.
That's good enough. Yeah, for now.
These bags of groceries not only contain fresh food, but also the love of Tzu Chi volunteers.
To make the situation worse, the disaster areas on the east coast of the United States has been hit by a cold front, and many families are struggling to rebuild their lives. To help the victims, on November 5th, 1,600 blankets were sent out to the disaster area. As Hurricane Sandy devastated the east coast of the United States, the death toll has now reached more than 100 people, with an economic loss of more than $50 billion. The superstorm also left 8.2 million households without power. And with the city being hit by a cold front, local residents are fighting against the coldness. Boxes of blankets inside the warehouse are carried by a forklift outside, where the volunteers load them onto the truck. The blankets will be sent to the hard-hit areas as soon as possible, as the volunteers hope to help victims face the harsh winter.
We feel the pain and suffering victims are going through. To help, there will be 1,600 blankets sent to New York from the Nehu Tzu Chi ground.
The 160 boxes of blankets will soon be sent to a warehouse, where the storage company promises to send the blankets free of charge to the needy on the other side of the world. In China, the Tzu Chi Suzhou Health Promotion Center was invited to participate in the Suzhou International Biotech Exhibition. Unlike other exhibitors, the Tzu Chi Health Promotion Center booth do not promote medical equipment, medicine, or health foods, but still attracted significant media attention.
Healthy or not, let's take a measurement. The medical team and volunteers of the Tzu Chi Suzhou Health Promotion Center bring the idea of preventive medicine to Suzhou International Biotech Exhibition. The staff provide free health consultations, and the doctors introduce the equipment and ideals of Health Promotion Center to visitors. In the physical fitness test area, volunteers use scientific tests to help visitors learn more about their health condition. One local TV host comes to experience it. Following the development of the electronics industry, biotech has become the next industry focus in Suzhou. The biotech exhibition this year attracted many exhibitors. At the Tzu Chi booth, however, it was not medical equipment or health foods that were promoted, but cutting-edge health concepts instead.
Our technology is not simply code machines for commercial use. We want to promote the concepts that help people stay healthy.
The medical team even leads visitors in exercise. At the booth, the volunteers also promote the idea of vegetarianism and eating 80% full, as well as Jingsi aphorisms. Throughout the exhibition, the Health Promotion Center showcases the ideal of promoting health while upholding medicine's mission of love.
At the Suzhou Biotech exhibition, the Tzu Chi Health Promotional Center was one of the most popular booths, and for many visitors who had received help from Tzu Chi in the past, a visit to the booth was like a homecoming.
Here at the Suzhou Biotech exhibition, the Tzu Chi Health Promotion Center booth was a favorite, with many visitors stopping to get a physical fitness test. Their numbers soon overwhelmed the medical team.
We've deployed 4 nurses, 5 including me, but it seems to be not enough, so I added 3 more. However, it's still a little overwhelming. The visitors want to know their health condition through the test and need our advice on physical training.
Whether by physical tests or health consultations, the medical team tries their best to instill the idea of health promotion in each visitor. Some visitors with previous affinity with Tzu Chi find the site to be like returning home. Hongbing is one example. With Tzu Chi's support, she successfully donated bone marrow to a Taiwanese patient. Now she works in the Red Cross to promote bone marrow donations. Seeing Tzu Chi's booth brings up strong emotions.
I heard of Tzu Chi's bone marrow bank and knew many things about Tzu Chi from Chengxia. I donated bone marrow in Beijing, which was picked up by a Tzu Chi sister.
Anytime, anywhere, the Tzu Chi Health Promotion Center adheres to the spirit of saving lives, protecting health, and upholding medicine's mission of love, and takes every chance to pass on the genuine and long-lasting great love to people everywhere.
Recently, the Tzu Chi Canada Chapter held a Chinese medicine workshop that was joined by Chinese medicine Dr. Liu Xiaoning. Dr. Liu seized the opportunity to encourage the participants to embrace a balanced lifestyle.
Thousands of years ago, Chinese doctors believed that humans needed to eat 5 different kinds of grains to survive.
Dr. Liu Xiaoning, who has been in the field for 30 years, is here today to pass on knowledge on how to live a balanced life.
As a doctor, other than curing sickness, it is important to care for the patient's spirit. We need to give them some tips on how to live a healthier life. A balanced lifestyle can prevent us from unwanted sickness.
Dr. Liu also helps a cancer patient regain hope.
He told me that regardless of whether it is food therapy or taking medication, both will help me fight my sickness. He also says that it is important to be happy and have a grateful heart. I regain hope and believe that I can overcome my sickness.
Many doctors have a better understanding of Tzu Chi after joining Tzu Chi free clinics. Some doctors even put Tzu Chi's coin banks in their clinics, hoping to inspire more people to become bodhisattvas.
To express their gratitude towards the doctors, some patients decided to become volunteers as they hope to contribute their share in helping others. In Taichung City, the Honda Senior Citizens Welfare Foundation established the first senior daycare center. Just like a daycare for children, these seniors come to class from Monday to Friday and spend the day making new friends and keeping each other company.
In Taichung City, Taiwan, at 10 o'clock in the morning, 81-year-old Senior Shi and his wife ride their bikes to the senior daycare center.
This is my school bag. This is where I put it when I come here.
Ready to start class from Monday to Friday, all the activities are different. This is a folk dancing class. For Senior Shi, who suffers from arthritis, he participates by keeping time with a tambourine. Next class is Mahjong, where Senior Shi and his wife use their brains as well as their hands.
It stimulates my brain and keeps my hands moving.
It uses their hands and brains, so they don't just sit there bored, and this can help prevent Alzheimer's.
The day ends at 5 with the teacher handing out communication books for the senior to take home.
Grandpa, this is for your kids to see, to let them know what you did here. Also here on this page, they can see that we measure your blood pressure today.
6 hours a day, 5 days a week, the senior citizens are here having a great time.
We used to be alone at home. Now that we are here, there are many friends to chat with. I'm very happy.
The volunteers here are all very nice to us old-timers.
Senior daycare, also named the Happiness Academy, is where senior residents are all smiling like children as their happiness is simply infectious.
Today we start a new series of featured reports on natural landscape, and first we meet Wu Jiefeng and his partners who decided to raise funds to buy a 1.7 hectare piece land as a way to protect local wildlife for future generations.
平台大概多高啊？
这棵的高度大概平台高度大概在6米高左右。
Before every climb, Wu Jiefeng silently communicates with the tree in question.
就是好像来拜访。
It is like you are visiting someone in their home and you introduce yourself. You say what you plan to do and excuse yourself for intruding, and then end with thanks and a blessing.
要处理往后一样，慢慢来。假如你觉得累了，你就休息。好，然后1、2、3就当做1、2、3。好，就站起来。不要抓。
With a few ropes and clamps, we easily make it up the tree, and at the top, it seems like we have become one with nature.
耶！我们爬到6公尺高的大树上。
From our vantage point, it seems as if every tree is greeting us.
就是常走大自然，对这些很想要去。
Being in nature often is a way to better understand it, and I climb trees in order to better understand them. Actually, it is not for us protecting the environment, but the environment protecting us. If we don't safeguard the environment, we will die as well.
Wu Jiefeng is one of the 3 owners of the Nature Valley. The trio spent $200,000 to buy the land, after which they donated to a trust. Everyone thought they were crazy.
很踏实的在做梦。
However, for the trio, their focus was not on the money, but on the investment in this land.
我觉得事情做好，经费不是。
I think when you do good, funds are not a problem. If you do something good, people will support you. So you don't have to worry. When things are not done right, you will feel depressed and powerless.
这种力不从心的感觉。
Being the first environmental trust in Taiwan, the project has had its growing pains. In the end, the biggest problem was not raising the money, but ironing out the details on how the land would be used by civic groups entrusted with managing it.
In the morning, we were the client. In the afternoon, the trustees. And in the evening, the supervisor.
Halfway into their 3-year contract, for Wu, how to iron out all the details of running a trust has become an important focus.
其实它的意涵就是国民一起来参与这件事情，要想尽办法让国民来参与，不管你是用钱来参与。
The idea behind all of this is that Taiwanese can come and participate in this concept. The more people that participate, the more that we'll understand the importance of it and what the point of it is. This all takes time, but we hope to accumulate experience and understanding and then share it with others who wish to do the same.
经验分享出去。
Wu Jiefeng estimates that it will take at least 5 years for the idea of environmental trust to take off in Taiwan. Right now, there are still many ideas and practices that have to be ironed out and formalized, but Wu is confident that the project is heading in the right direction.
A lighthouse provides the direction home for any lost vessels and is a guide for others traveling by the sea. For the lighthouse to be put to good use, a lighthouse keeper is assigned to maintain and repair the tower. In today's report on Taiwan's unique trades, we meet lighthouse keeper Ji Yongsan, who has been in the industry for over 3 decades.
Situated at every harbour is a lighthouse that provides the direction home for seafaring vessels.
The lighthouse is my home because I started this job in 1980.
To Ji Yongsan, who has been a lighthouse keeper for over 30 years, the tower is his second home.
I've been through 11 lighthouses already. Most of them are in important harbours. I've been through most of the harbours in Taiwan.
Over the past 3 decades, Ji has transferred from one lighthouse to another and has also been assigned to work on an island where he couldn't return home for a whole year. Nevertheless, the lighthouse keeper is still passionate about his work.
My father was a lighthouse keeper in China's Shanghai and came to Taiwan in 1949 with the government. I grew up in a lighthouse and had heard so much about it, so I was really used to it.
Waking up to a vast expanse of ocean and set in front of the mountains, Ji Yongsan says the lighthouse is like a holiday villa. And despite the routine work each day, he never tires of his job.
Our daily routine includes switching on the light after sunset and switching it off in the day after sunrise. Yes, so we have to be here every day for this to happen.
Switching on and off the light is the most important task for a lighthouse keeper, as the light provides the direction for any vessels trying to find their way home. In case of damage, they must repair the lights right away to avoid misleading ships. The lighthouse keeper must also take note of the weather.
I have to record the weather and wind direction, as well as what vessels passed by in this book. Why do I do this? In case anything happens, I have a record to check with.
A lighthouse keeper's job also includes maintaining and repairing anything to do with the tower.
Normally, we have to repaint the inner and exterior wall once each year, and in general, we have to be familiar with the operation of these machines.
As the day becomes night, the lights are switched on at the lighthouse. A lighthouse keeper's work may seem simple, but it is also important as it safeguards the lives of those at sea.
Also in Taiwan, the patients at the Kaohsiung Epilepsy Association are giving genes donated by the public a new lease of life. Through designing and sewing the bags, these epilepsy patients are finding tranquility and a peace of mind, thus greatly reducing the frequency of epileptic attacks.
Every part of a pair of denim jeans can be put to good use. The jean bottoms transforms into a water bottle holder, and the back pockets can become a unique attribute of a bag. These varieties of denim bags are made from jeans donated by the public, and since the style of each pair of jeans is different, these patients really put their creativity to the test to come up with multiple designs.
I have dreamed about designs in my sleep.
Sewing and needlework requires concentration and attentiveness, and for these epilepsy patients, it greatly reduces the frequency of epileptic attacks. Although these works receive much praise, they are, however, faced with a dilemma.
We're in great need of electric sewing machines, as the manual sewing machines we are currently using are not really powerful enough to sew in denim.
With the right equipment, these epilepsy patients will use their creativity and give old items a new lease of life.
At the end of the show, we stay in Taiwan, where the volunteers in the Xingtai district of New Taipei City attended this year's last volunteer training seminar. During the class, the volunteers learned about Tzu Chi's etiquette and vowed to carry on the organization's missions. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.